It is a very, very important topic, the topic of gratitude. Okay. Who has read the book The Secret, or knows a little bit about the book The Secret?
Yeah, I read it. I read the book long time back.
Yeah.
Long time back. I mean, more than a decade.
Yeah, it is a very, very famous book. Anybody else who knows or
Yeah.
ever has heard about the book The Secret? Nobody, right? It's a very, very famous book where a lot of case studies of different, researchers in the field of spirituality, they put forward how the law of attraction works. This book talks about how whatever we want comes into our life. But there is a little, this book is still not very efficient, okay, because it says that we attract what we want. Okay, the Secret book talks about but it's a very good book. You should start with the book. Talks about we attract what we want. But in reality, Wayne Dyer really talks about how do we attract, and he says we attract what we are. Okay, so there's a difference between. Can anybody say what is the difference between we attract what we want and we would attract what we are? What is the difference? Why did I say that? Can anybody understand that? So want means we attract what we want means, as for example, I want 1 crore in my bank account. Yeah. And that's why I will now and the law says yes, good evening, Ria. The law says that we attract what we want. But why is it that even despite of wanting that 1 crore in your bank account, you are not getting it? Okay, you attract what you want. You are wanting 1 crore, but why are you not attracting it? Okay, because in reality, maybe we are asking for 1 crore, we want 1 crore, but deep down, what I'm saying, I don't have, I don't have, I don't have. So deep down, that means what I am in a state of lack. That's why, what am I attracting? I'm attracting more of lack in my life. We attract what we are. If I am an magnet of lack, if I feel lack in my life, then I'm going to attract more and more of lack. That's why even if I keep trying to visualize, manifest, and do a lot of things and imagine, oh wow, but deep down I feel, even if I'm trying to visualize that, oh, I have this big house and this and that, but deep down what I feel is that, oh, I don't have, then you are actually attracting what you are. And what is it that you are? You are a lack mentality person. Hmm? It is it is also called poverty consciousness and prosperity consciousness. People with poverty consciousness, no matter how much and what they want in their life, they always attract lack. Okay, so why the topic of gratitude is so important is because when we work from the gratitude itself, it's like the glass empty, glass full. Okay, so there are people, most of the people in the world, they always focus on the glass which is empty, the part of the glass which is empty. Very few people focus on the glass which is full, and you'll see these are the people who are very successful in life. Okay, Rhonda Byrne, this author of the same book, the Secret. The author of that book is Rhonda Byrne. She then wrote many books. One book is called The Magic. Okay, and there she teaches a technique that how your life can become magical. Okay, how anything that you do, it will become really magical and easy and beautiful in your life. And the mantra she teaches is the art of gratitude. Hmm? Why? Because when we give gratitude, it's like a frequency, right? So now what is my frequency? When I'm giving gratitude, my frequency is no longer I don't have, but gratitude frequency. When do we give gratitude? When we feel very whole and complete, right? Wow, I have so many things in life. Oh, wow, I have this and that and this. When we keep thinking about what do we have in life, that means I am vibrating from the frequency of abundance, not from the frequency of lack. Okay. Next, you will think, you will see, friends, you will see that there are so many things in this world that, and our tendency, it is, the human beings are always growing, always evolving, and there is a certain tendency inherent in a human being to always find what is not right, because it is this tendency which makes, humans strive for perfection. Okay, that's why Wright brothers, they invented this aeroplane, and now these aeroplanes have become, they're such good technologies, right? Just in the field of aviation, it has happened because these people, they always had, okay, I think we need this, I need this, we need even better this. But ये normal में ठीक है कि we are evolving in everything, but in normal world, in this real human world, what has happened is that it has also become a habit where we are continuously focusing on what we don't have instead of what we have. That's why they say that, manifestation, why doesn't manifestation happen easily? As for example, I'm asking for, I'm giving an example. Okay. I was, and kabhi kabhi, have you seen that you manifest things through meditation? Maybe you have manifested something and it has happened and you are so happy. In few days, you also lose that thing. You also lose that. बहुत बार you can also observe that कि लोगों को they apply the technique of manifestations and everything. They get that thing, they get that like the job or whatever the relationship, and then again they lose it in few days. Why is it? Because they try to manifest with the feeling of this is the target, this is the target, maybe 10 lakh is the target, this is what I want. Once they achieve the target of 10 lakh, instead of enjoying and feeling grateful about that 10 lakh, oh wow, this is what the universe can do, I'm so grateful, they say 10 lakh, now I should target for 1 crore. 10 lakh is not enough. 10 lakh से क्या होगा? 10 lakh से कैसे चलेगा? घर कैसे चलेगा? पहले तो तुम्हारे लिए वही सपना था, लेकिन the moment you have achieved that dream, now it has become like again, from when you go to that, again you have started working from the point of lack. And that's why again, when you start doing all these things, you'll see you lose even that 10 lakh, because your frequency kya hai? Frequency is not about gratitude. Oh wow, fantastic, I got this 10 lakh. Your frequency is not that. Your frequency is nahi hai, 10 lakh se kaise chalega, kya और थोड़ा होने से अच्छा होता है and everything. Again, I have gone back to lack. Friends, if you look in your own personal life, see, there are so many things in this world that we can be so grateful about. In the morning, we spoke and we had such a beautiful session in the morning. Meenakshi was present and everybody was able to relate where they are continuously cribbing about their life and how they can be so grateful about. See, in your own personal life, like as for example, see, in the field of relationship, you're struggling with your parents, you're struggling with your husband or your in-laws or your son and everything. Just the fact that you might be saying, I always fight with my husband and everything, or my parents always fight with me, we never have any compatibility and everything. But just the fact that there are so many people in this world born orphan, you know and we are only among the few who are very fortunate to live in a beautiful safe country. So many countries in the world are war stricken and people are in they lose their parents and all whole family and they are orphaned. We are living in such a safe place. Can we really feel grateful about that? No. We are cribbing about this and that. Husband ne aaj kya kar diya, parent ne aaj kya kiya and everything. So when we forget the art of gratitude, the feeling of gratitude, we only keep cribbing about what we don't have. This is the reptilian brain. It is the technology inside the human's brain to find problem. But we always have this thing, And Ria can relate, right? We had so much of challenge in Bangladesh, right? Bangladesh recently had so much of challenge. I feel so bad, for the Hindus there. They go through so much of struggle. We Hindus, we live so freely in this country. But
जी
again,
दी
we crib about the government, we crib about this and that, and kya nahi hai, kya. See how freely we Hindus can live in this country. Okay, there are people where Hindus are not allowed to live freely. Can we feel grateful for that? So this is how we can always try to find reasons why we should feel grateful about. Even that the parents and all these things. जब हम feel करते हैं, when there is a rift between your husband or your parents or anything, just give deep gratitude that thank you, they are at least alive to shout. you know like कभी कभी हमें लगता है ना कि इतने झगड़ा करते हैं and everything, next moment anything can happen and we might lose them. They're at least alive to shout at us. Okay, again I gave a beautiful example of in-laws. Okay, we feel they intervene in everything in our life, and I give my example. Okay, that we feel that okay, हर चीज में वो लोग उंगली करते हैं, हर चीज में वो लोग पोक करते हैं and everything. I have my mother-in-law. She's a beautiful mother-in-law. At least for me, she's amazing. Okay. And my mother-in-law has 5 sons, and one of them is just outside, which is my husband. All 4 of them stay together. So she's so busy, occupied with all the other son, that she doesn't have much time. She doesn't intervene, okay, in our personal life. She doesn't have time, but at the same time she also doesn't have time to also inquire about Ridan on a daily basis. Once in a while, एक महीने में एक बार, 2 महीने में एक बार, she will inquire about how Ridan is doing. Okay, so that's and all the other kids in my in-laws house, they get so much of love. There is so much of bonding and love between them, and my mother-in-law is always there to love them and give them. But Ridan has always grown up alone. No, that kind of love. Thankfully, my parents, my mother and my father are there to shower that kind of love to Ridan. So see the pros and cons. So whenever you feel that your in-laws are intervening and they are too intruding in your life, again give gratitude that they are there. At least my grandchildren are seeing grandparents, that how grandparents are really all the time, always calling and asking and talking. So always try to see the better good part of everything. Okay, so this is one in terms of relationship. The एक बार तो I remember one of my mentors, he says कि husband and wife में झगड़ा करोगे, अगर तुम्हारा लाइफ कंडीशन बहुत अच्छा है और तुम ग्रेटिट्यूड स्टेट में हो, तो तुमको वो झगड़ा भी लगेगा गाना गा रहा है, ऐसा लगेगा, as if he's singing, because your life condition and you're grateful कि अरे alive है, इसीलिए तो चिल्ला रहा है, गाना गा रहा है. So you will not, you will, when you are in a state of gratitude, you will also not get into too much of fights, because you'll feel even grateful for that fight. He's strong enough to fight. Okay. कितने लोग, husbands are bedridden, after stroke and everything. So many things happen in their life. Okay. Then we spoke in the morning, we talk about food, we talk about shelter. Have you heard in India, there are so many people in India, news come that there are people who, they lose, they lose their lives because of too much of flu, too much of cold. हाँ, क्यों? Because बाहर रास्ते में सोते हैं. हाँ, रास्ते में सोते हैं, इसीलिए लू से मर गए हैं, एक्सट्रीम विंटर से मर गए हैं. और हम किस चीज का कंप्लेन करते हैं? हम भाड़े के घर में रहते हैं. ओके, हमारा कंप्लेन क्या होता है? हम भाड़े के घर में रहते हैं, हमारा घर छोटा है, हमारा घर बड़ा है, हमारा में जैसे मेरा घर 4 माले में है. ओके, so when in Denmark, my flat was in 4th floor. Okay, in the beginning days I cribbed, and then I started finding such good thing. कोई आवाज नहीं जाता है 4 माले तक. I can meditate so well. And the more high you go, there is reason, the higher you go, your energies also go high. So I used to find reasons to feel grateful about my fourth house, my fourth floor house. So even Sadhguru was saying, human being has very ingenuine ways of putting themselves into trouble. Did you understand what I said? Human being have their own unique ways of putting ourselves into trouble. अगर trouble नहीं बहे हैं हम उसको सोच सोच के trouble कर देंगे. Okay? And on this, I remember Sadhguru was saying, there are people who always say ke, and I could really, he said ke, there are people who are so very worried. Worried for what? They are living in their rented house. What a big problem. And he was saying that rented house तुमको खा जाएगा क्या? वो भी तो घर ही है ना. You have a shelter to live under, and that is made a very big, and because of that, sometimes people go into, he was giving so beautiful example of this. People then go into 20, 40 years of EMI to make sure कि भाड़े के घर में नहीं रहेंगे, अपने घर में रहेंगे. But can I, okay, this has become the normal trend. We should all go for it if we feel like. But can I even feel grateful if I'm living in a rented house? Can I feel grateful that I have that shelter? I'm not dying like those people in the streets out of this loo and extreme cold. Then again, remember, think about, friends, there are so many things, just for instant, if imagine just for 1 minute, okay, the kidney or the heart decides कि बहुत हो गया, इतना चिक चिक तुम्हारा पसंद नहीं, I will take a break of 1 minute. I want a break of 1 minute. I get lost. If for 1 minute the kidney or the heart or the brain decides that I don't want to work, what is going to happen to us? Have we realized that? We take so many things for granted, friends. We take so many things for granted. Okay, these body parts, eyes, nose, lips, they also have their own unique mind. Okay, they can also sense, they can also feel. Can I also give a lot of gratitude to them, that thank you, we take this eye, we are taking this so much for granted. Yeah. And this eye agar nahi hoga, ask the people, the blind, how they're living their life. And this eye, we take everything for granted. Today I was watching in Facebook. You will see sometimes that you'll get a lot of feeds coming on, for charity. Different people, you'll see people getting burned, whole body got burned, so many kind of diseases and all these things. And see, we छोटे मोटे disease किसके नहीं होते, but can we feel also grateful for that, that I have a healthy body, I am not struggling like them. There was this instance again I saw in where, they were talking about brothels, this prostitutes, trafficking that is happening. We women are so safe, and so many people not just in India, I'm just hearing about so many in the world, they got trafficked. And they said, there was this story they were sharing, that there was this lady, this girl, young girl, bachi, below 18, they were trafficked for sex. Okay. And this girl was shouting a lot. She was trying to, protest the torture that she was going through, and her tongue was cut, and after that she could not speak. Just this portion, friends. Can you realize how important this tongue is for us? But what are we cribbing for? So many things are there in this whole body to grateful about, but we are cribbing for what we don't have. Think about the food and the water that is coming to you. There are so many people behind the scene, friends, who are working. The farmers, if we say nahi farmer ko to paise chahiye, usko to paise chahiye, wo isliye kar raha hai. बट वो बोल सकता है ना, मेरा इतना बड़ा खेत है, मैं अपने लिए उगाऊंगा, मैं खा लूंगा, मुझे कुछ नहीं करना है और कुछ नहीं करना है, इतने में चल जाएगा. हमारा क्या होता? Okay, there has been said that not just that, friends, worms, okay, बोलते just for if bee dies, if there are no bees in 1 year, the whole population, the whole world would vanish if bee dies. एक साल में बी को हमने इतना इंपॉर्टेंस दिया है बीज को. बोलते कि अगर बीज are not there in the world, in a year or so, the whole population will be over. Even worms, earthworms, नीचे है ना, क्या है? हम human being हैं, हम great हैं. But if earthworms are not there, in the same way, the whole population, not just human beings, or the whole of the life on earth will be over in few years. But we take so many things for granted, friends. And this frequency, and that's why this is what reason, and another reason from the perspective of manifestation is that the more we focus on what we have, the more the universe gives us. Okay, I remember I was listening to Shri Ravi Shankar's lecture. He was saying कि मेरे घर पे जब चीनी खत्म हो जाता था तो मेरी दादी कभी नहीं बोलती थी कि चीनी खत्म हो गया है. She would always say चीनी बढ़ गया है. Even when we speak, see, human beings from beginning, even if they don't know the science, they knew that how our words can affect. So instead of saying khatam ho gaya, khatam ho gaya, khatam ho gaya, his dadi Shri Ravi Shankar's dadi used to say chini बढ़ गया है. That means instead of feeling lack, she would say that it is going to come, so already बढ़ गया है. Yeah. Gratitude is the highest state of receivership. Why is it said that? It's a line quoted by Dr. Joe Dispenza, because what is the feeling of gratitude? Gratitude is a feeling as if thank you, और thank you का feeling क्या है कि मुझे वो मिल गया है. So for this reason also gratitude is such a beautiful mantra कि वो मुझे मिल गया है, वो फीलिंग में अगर हमेशा रहूं, वाओ थैंक यू, थैंक यू, थैंक यू, ये मिल गया, वो मिल गया, ये मेरे पास ये है, तो यूनिवर्स उसको मैच करने के लिए और भी ज्यादा हमारे लाइफ में मोर एंड मोर थिंग्स it will try to match and give us more and more. So this book of Rhonda Byrne, I said, this magic, she says that our life becomes magical in all areas of our life if we learn the art of magic. Okay, there she gives beautiful examples. I don't remember so many of them, I read long back. One of the examples she said that is that these people, people who are very successful, and gave a lot of example that these people have this habit of giving gratitude, and that's why they are so successful in life. And she gives the example of Einstein. And she says Einstein was a man who used to give gratitude for everything. you know he was a man, he would say, see, I invented this, see, I discovered this. Okay, but what he used to say that I am able to invent and discover this because किसी ने बेस बना के गया है, साइंस का बहुत कुछ उसने ऑलरेडी डिस्कवर किया, जिसके वजह से उस डिस्कवरी या इन्वेंशन को मैं यूज करके आई एम एबल टू यूज इट. This is how he used to feel grateful. He used to say that today wherever we are because of these people. Okay, and that's why, see, he was inventing one after another because of his deep feeling of gratitude. Okay, then again, friends, there is this ancestors we talk about, right? Ancestors हम उसके बारे में बात करते हैं. And how many of us we remember our parents, we remember our grandparents. वो भी बहुत कम बातचीत में निकल आता है कि मेरे तो दादा ऐसे थे, मेरे तो दादी ऐसी थी. We used to speak like that, right? Otherwise we are very rarely remember our ancestors. Okay, there is this science which I have taught, I have shared with you, the family constellation. Okay, transgenerational healing, where I speak that we, out of blind loyalty, we pick up a lot of baggages from our ancestors, right? We pick up their nature, their behavior, and everything we pick up. In the same way, many things they might have be having wonderful qualities in their life, which because we don't remember, we don't pick up. Okay, there are times when we feel very weak, feel like giving up. Okay, we feel helpless. Maybe there is an ancestor, one of my great grandfather. Maybe I'm a very timid person. I feel very scared. I'm all the time scared of things and all these things. But maybe there is a great grandfather or a great grandmother behind who was very powerful. Okay, very, very powerful in spirit and strength. But because I have forgotten him, I have forgotten my ancestors, I cannot even receive the blessings and the strength of that grandfather or grandmother. See how many places we lose in life because we lack gratitude. If we feel gratitude every day, thanking those ancestors, thank you so much. You know, if you remember now also, may so many of us, we not just think about children. If you see, we also think के ऐसा कुछ हो जाए जो एक lineage बन जाए, मेरे मेरे पोते पोतियों को भी मिल जाए. We think so much forward. We not just think about children, we also think about our grandchildren. Okay, this, if we do, sometimes we save it, and maybe before dying we'll tell to our children that save it for your daughter. Okay, see the kind of love these grandparents used to have for us, but we have forgotten. Ingratitude. Okay, so when we have ingratitude, friends, we lose in so many areas. Okay, even in spirituality also, Sushma, did she join? Okay, in spirituality also, we sometimes, after a certain point of time, even if we want to learn, we want to receive a lot of good things. Maybe I want to join a class or something, but I lost the spirit of gratitude, of just इतना कुछ सीखा है उसका gratitude. ऐसा नहीं कह रहे तो मिल रहा है मुझे every day, मिल रहा है. तो even I'm not talking about gratitude for me. Even when you feel gratitude, you use this gratitude. Oh, my life is changing. Out of gratitude, I want to help 10 more people. Okay, out of gratitude for the universe, that the universe is helping me in spiritual path, I want to out of gratitude I want to 10 more people. You will see the block that you felt. Many people feel a block, suddenly they cannot meditate anymore, suddenly they cannot join meetings anymore, because they have forgotten the spirit of gratitude. Okay, it's important. When we feel the spirit of gratitude, automatically we naturally want to give back, we want to work. Okay, ingratitude is also the way positive karma hota hai na, अच्छे कर्मा बनाते हैं and everything. अच्छा कर्मा अच्छे करते हो तो अच्छा मिलता है. Ingratitude is a negative karma, friends. When we have received so many benefits from some situation or some place or somebody, and we forget that, it again creates a negative karma in our life. So, and again, you will see that you will get the repercussions. So, gratitude in so many ways is a protective shield for us. Okay, and it really helps us to really move faster in life. Okay, that's why I have decided that, friends, every day from now onwards, the moment you join 9:30 for people who are from India, 10 o'clock for Bangladesh friends, and 5 p.m. for the friends of Denmark. 5 minutes, maybe I will try to join even 5 minutes earlier, so that you can, if you want to join, you can join 5 minutes earlier. Center yourself. First 5 minutes, we will not talk. We will just say hello. That's all. No more talk anymore. Kemon acho, ki acho. We will use this time to write our gratitude journal. Okay, this you will see, if you do it every day, friends, you will see how your frequency changes. And the change of frequency, you will see how your also life and manifestation happens so fast, because now you are not vibrating from lack or poverty conscious frequency. You will be vibrating from abundance and gratitude frequency. Okay, so friends, I will be taking this meditation. And once we take the meditation, this will be maybe 15 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes meditation. Today, we are not doing too much of meditation. After that, also, you will be in a meditative state. Once I tell you, you can open your eyes. What you are going to do is that once you open your eyes, you will start writing, you know, and open your heart to remember what are you grateful for. You will see that तुमको repeat करना है तो कर सकते हो, but you will be surprised that there are so many things in this world you can be grateful for, from the body to anything that you remember, you can be grateful for. Okay, today morning we had such amazing experiences from Ruchi, how her life, she was seeing the things, and how after doing the gratitude journal, the same problem she says she sees so many beautiful things that, oh wow, this has happened, and I was looking in this. Even Nipa was also seeing a very beautiful side. Komolika, she was with the children, she could not write, but Tonmoy also wrote a beautiful. So let's see what comes up in our heart, okay, when we do this meditation and we start writing the journal. Center yourself. Close your eyes. Breathe in and breathe out through the heart.